is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Justin Gary from Stoneblade Entertainment, co-designer. You Gotta Be Kitten Me, which came out a couple of years ago.
Yep.
In a regular edition.
A regular edition.
Now we know from the label, Deluxe Edition.
Deluxe Edition, that's correct. Yeah, this is really fun. This has been one of the fun projects. I spend most of my time working on core gamer stuff and obviously Ascension and our new game Shards of Infinity. This one is a much more light, casual, social game, and it's been really fun. It's been received really well, so we decided to make the Deluxe Edition in the cat-shaped tin.
Okay.
I mean, come on. Do I need to say
That's
anything
right.
else? It's cats and...
That's right.
So I'll go through the kind of basics of it for those that aren't familiar with the game. It's kind of a cross between Liar's Dice and Uno. So instead of you'll have a hand of cards, and you'll have a certain your animals all have accessories. So they have hats, glasses, and bow ties, and they can be red, blue, and green. And so, for example, if I were going to look at this hand, I'd say, okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue in my hand, right,
Yep.
or 6 glasses. And so I can make a bid. Let's say if the two of us are playing, maybe I'd make a bid of 7 glasses, because I'm assuming you have at least one in your hand.
Right.
And you would have to raise the bid by saying 8 of a kind or higher. You don't have to say glasses. You could say 8 blue or 9 hats or whatever. As long as the number's higher, you're good.
Yep.
And we keep going around the table or back and forth if it's only 2 of us. And then once, at some point, the number's going to be too big. Nobody's going to believe that there's 37 hats. At which point you say, "You gotta be kidding me." Hey. All right, sorry. I love bad puns, so you're gonna have to. I'll apologize in advance. And then you reveal all the cards, and then you count them up. And if the bid is correct, then the person who challenged, saying "You gotta be kidding me," loses a card for the next hand. And in the Deluxe Edition, we have this handy dandy little Meatball Tracker, so you remember how many cards you have.
Okay.
And if there's too many, if there's not enough,
More
then the
than
bidder, whatever. The bidder loses if there's not enough, and the
Right.
challenger loses if there is.
Okay.
And so then you play, and then they lose a card, and then you play until only one person has cards left.
Okay.
So very simple. But then we have all kinds of cool, new, crazy cards that we've thrown in. There's wild cards, which it's a wildcat. Get it? It's a tiger. All right. Anyway.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's everything.
Yeah, it counts as one of everything. We have skips, we have draw threes, we have a card, and then the expansion, the Deluxe Edition, now has all these crazy wild effects like Double Trouble, which doubles all the cards in your hand, Go Fish, where you can name a symbol or a color, and somebody has to give you all the cards that they have of that color. Can't See Me is a little cat hiding, means it actually zeroes out all the values of the cards that you have. So it's like a very fun, exciting kind of pretty crazy style game that can support up to 10 players. So, lighter fare, easy to play with family, but there's enough of that sort of Liar's Dice psychology strategy that kind of keeps it interesting for us gamer folk.
Okay. And these are just in your hand like any other card.
Exactly.
Affecting only you.
Exactly. And most of these, so some of these are stay in your hand and they come out when the count happens. So like the double card or the zeroing out card. And some of them you play on your turn in place of making a bid. So Go Fish, instead of having to make a bid, I can just take cards out of your hand.
Okay.
And again, they all have
Which
these.
is good.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just don't want to make the bid.
Yeah, no.
You don't want to call.
Yeah,
you don't wanna make
exactly.
a bid.
My favorite, we had, skip cards, just let you skip your turn, or we have like a draw 3 that like increases your hand size. So it's really fun. So we have the basic version of the game, which is, simpler, anybody can access. And then we have the deluxe deck, which can either be played by itself or all shuffled together to give you all kinds of fun craziness in a cute animal-shaped tin for only $19.99. And that is coming out next month. It'll be in Barnes & Noble as well as your friendly local game store.
All right. April 2018. Thank you, Justin.
Awesome.